I played Lifeweaver for 10 hours, and here's what I think about him. Let's go in all modes. Let's go in here, and we have 10 hours played on him. I won 55 games. I played 55 games, 29 games won, 26 games lost, 53% win rate. When I first started playing him, when I had 4 or 5 hours on him, I had 36% win rate. And then I learned him a little bit, and now I have 53. I'm just gonna go through average per 10 minutes because these are important for this discussion. Average per 10 is 6.72. Assists 13.08 per 10. Deaths 3.23, which is really low, but these games have been played in quick play, so keep this in mind. So the important stats that I want to cover are these two. Are hero damage done and healing done, because he does on average in 10 hours of playing him less than 2000 damage per 10 and less than 7000 healing per 10. Now I'm just gonna keep the tab here, and of course I have a bunch of hours and thus more experience on the other support heroes, but I just want to go through all of the other support heroes and compare the damage, compare the deaths, compare healing done as well. So let's go. So for Lifeweaver, we have 3.23 deaths, 2000 hero damage, and 6.6k healing. Let's see for Ana. Okay, for Ana, we have 4.73. Obviously, she's a little bit easier to kill, I mean. Hero damage 3.1k and healing done 9.4. So Lifeweaver does less damage than Ana and less healing than Ana. In like a bunch of hours from an experienced Ana player. Let's continue with the other heroes though. Baptiste does 4.6k damage per 10, 11.5 healing. Okay, and that's whatever. Actually, I'm gonna exclude deaths from this. I don't think it's relevant because these stats are from competitive. Of course, I'm gonna die way more than in quick play. So 4.6k damage for Baptiste average and 11.5k healing. So still Baptiste does more damage and more healing. Let's try out Brig. Brig does 3.6k hero damage and 7.8k healing. So still more damage, more healing. Next, Kiriko. 3.4k damage, 8k healing. More damage, more healing. Lucio. 3.8k damage, healing, 6.7. I think Lifeweaver did 3.8 and 6.7. Lifeweaver did 2000 and 6.6. So Lucio, my budget Lucio, does a little bit more healing and more damage than Lifeweaver. Mercy barely does damage. Mercy does more healing than him from my average games. Moira does a ton more damage and a ton more healing. And Zenyatta does 5.8k damage, which is triple almost the amount of damage that I did with Lifeweaver, and also does more healing. So of course you're gonna be like, you're more experienced on these heroes, you play them in ranked as well, but here's the thing. I think that no matter how much experience in the current state of Lifeweaver, considering his balance state, I mean, I don't know if I can get better stats damage wise or healing wise on average. I think that literally he heals roughly the same amount as Zenyatta, or as a Brig that can get her passive up in games, or as a Lucio, and damage-wise, he does more damage than Mercy, and I think that's it. I think maybe any other hero in the game, any other support in the game, can do more damage than Lifeweaver right now. So overall, what I'm trying to say after 10 hours of Lifeweaver, what we've been speculating at the beginning of this, he doesn't do that much healing, he doesn't do that much damage. So this means that if we want Lifeweaver to be a strong pick, he has to give us something that we cannot get from any other support in the support roster. And now let's go over the abilities and stuff. Let's go in the heroes tab. So why would you pick Lifeweaver in his current state, considering that he doesn't do that much healing and that much damage? I think you pick him for two reasons. You pick him for the pull and for the life grip. Pull and life grip. Pull and pedal platform, I mean. My bad. Life grip and pedal platform. The names are confusing. It's still a new hero. So you do not pick him if you need damage or if you need healing. If your team needs a pull or a pedal platform to reposition, that's when you play him. Which heroes work best with this? How I can come up with the advantages? Which heroes don't work with this? This is gonna take a long time. But I feel like, kind of like how when you think about picking Lucio, you're thinking about speed boosting teammates in. So you're gonna play with heroes that can benefit from going in. You're not gonna play Lucio with Widowmaker Hanzo. You know what I mean? Kind of like how you'd go with Mercy and you need a good damage boost target. You know what I mean? Now with Lifeweaver, you either pull an ally, one ally, back to you once every 20 seconds, or you play with his pedal platform. I think that pulling somebody back on a 20-second cooldown, it's a very strong ability, and I'm afraid that if they buff this ability, we're not going to be having a fun time with him. Because what's gonna happen is we're gonna be playing with Genji, Reaper, Winton, whatever, Doomfist, Reinhardt pinning in, and we're gonna have pool available, let's say, every 10 seconds, and that is unfun. I do not think that they should work on buffing his life grip. I think the life grip is good as it is. They shouldn't change his life grip in the future. It's fine. 20 seconds is fine. What it does is fine. Maybe quality of life changes to it. But I really think that, I hope they're not considering buffing his life grip in the future. Now, this being out of the way, I think that his pedal platform is his core strength. This being said, I don't think he needs buffs either. After playing with him for 10 hours, I do not think that his pedal platform needs buffs either. The reason why is because, let's be honest right now, I feel like, me included, everybody right now, misses some pedal platform opportunities, both if you have a Lifeweaver in your team, and if you have a Lifeweaver in the enemy team. And if you're playing Lifeweaver or you're not playing Lifeweaver, you have so much potential, repositioning-wise, using it as a shield, going on high ground and stuff, that it's just, it takes a long time to get used to what his kit does. Let's be honest right now, we've had Lifeweavers in our games that throw a pedal platform, and we all walked to the pedal platform, took it, and then dropped from it. Like, we got zero advantage out of that. Imagine you do the same thing with Lucio, you'd speed boost, and you wouldn't use the speed boost. It's the same thing. You throw a pedal platform, you don't use it, you just waste the cooldown. That's a wasted cooldown. So this is why one of the reasons, after playing him for 10 hours, why I feel like they shouldn't change his pedal platform in the future, because I think that we're just not using it. Pedal platform and life grip are not the issue with him. Now, are these two abilities worth picking him over his healing damage deficit compared to other heroes in the game? I don't know. Because his life grip is on a 20-second cooldown, it's only for one target, and pedal platform requires, I would say, probably 2, 3, 4 months of us having him in our games and completely getting value out of his pedal platform. They could buff his 3. They could decrease his ultimate charge time. Because let's be blunt here. His 3 is not that good of an ult overall healing wise. It's not Transcendence, dude. It's not even Valkyrie. It's a weaker Baptiste shift. Literally. It's kind of like a stronger Baptiste shift initially. It's like a Baptiste shift. Baptiste shift, but better. Because you can body block with it. You have an initial burst of healing if you're low. But that's it. Now, should they buff the healing from his ultimate? I wouldn't like that. Should they give extra effects to the ultimate? Maybe. I'd be okay with us getting reduced cooldown, maybe a small movement speed in it. It could be cool if you'd be able to, I don't know, increase the cooldowns of enemies, increase the reload time. I don't know, you could come up with other usages of it. But I don't think that they should work on his ultimate either. I think that in order for Lifeweaver to be very strong and for us to have a reason to pick him over any other support in the game and high rank games in the future when he's going to be available in ranked, I think that they need to change his healing and his damage. Now, should they do changes number-wise, like raw overall? Should he do more healing? Should he do more damage? No, I don't think that they should increase the values overall. I don't think that if you charge his healing, you should do 100 healing or 75 healing or 80 healing. I think healing-wise, they should do the following. They should get rid of his movement penalty when you charge your healing. They should maybe increase his ammo clip of his healing. Okay, his magazine. Like, he has 12 petal blossoms, maybe make it 15 or 20. You know, maybe do that. They could also decrease reload time of his healing. Now, moving on to his damage. Increase ammo clip size. Reduce the spread of his Thorn Valley. Maybe increase the damage by 1 or 2, because right now it does 3 damage, I think, against armor targets and 5 damage body shots against with 1 pellet. So like that's 15 with the burst of 3 on non-armor targets. But lower spreads should be the first thing that they should be looking at, and then maybe increase the ammo size. After these changes, if he can keep up number-wise, if he can do more healing than Lucio or Zenyatta consistently, and roughly the same amount of damage as a good Lucio, I think he'll be played. I think that right now we're kind of like sleeping on how powerful he is. So I hope they're not going to give him a huge amount of buffs and then make sure that we're not gonna play him again by nerfing him into oblivion. So I hope that they're gonna be like tempered with how they're gonna address him, because as we've seen earlier from Aaron, he said that they have some performance data over the weekend and they should have details on balance changes, more than likely a buff sometime next week. So probably they're gonna buff him, and if they're not going to buff him, this is why I think they said buff, they're probably gonna do some quality of life changes to him, such as you do not have to weapon swap to be able to shoot/heal. It doesn't help with the fact that his kit overall, his key bindings are pretty difficult to use and to know which are the right key bindings. You know, we explored a couple of days ago with our settings, and we just discovered that right now this is how our settings look on him. I've never had a single hero in the game on which I've been changing settings so much. He's very confusing with this. So secondary fire cancels primary fire should be on off. We should have a separate healing blossom and life grip sensitivity, because sometimes I want healing blossom at 100 and life grip I want it lower, because sometimes I pull the people that I don't want to pull because they're close to each other. Secondary fire, this is changed. Next weapon is changed, and also I changed my cursor on him to show accuracy, because it is kind of tricky to get used to his muscle memory, to his kit overall, to his fluidity. So right now I have this cursor that shows accuracy. So if I have it like this shows healing if it's a tight spread, right? But if I swap to this, it shows damage. So for me, I know that this does damage and this does healing. Like if it's big, damage. If it's small, healing. This would be amazing. And also, yes, about one of the settings, we've actually had Blizzard Winter in chat that has confirmed a couple of days ago that the team is looking at separating that sensitivity option. So this change, we know that will come in the future. They're going to split healing blossom sensitivity and life grip sensitivity. So right now I'm playing with default cursor, accuracy on, thickness 1. I don't know if these mean anything or not, but literally I just have accuracy on. Okay, settings wise, secondary fire cancels primary fire is set to off, and my current key bindings are this. My pedal platform is on scroll wheel down because it's just more fluid for me, because I do not play with my middle finger on the mouse. I play like this. So if I want to throw the pedal platform, I just do this, because you can't shoot and throw the pedal platform at the same time. And next weapon is set to right click. Now I'm excited to see what changes they're gonna make to him, because I think he's a very, very, very fun hero, and he brings mobility to his team differently to how we're used to. Like Lucio, right now you have 2 supports in your team in the support roster that can help your team reposition, and Lifeweaver being in a healthy state in the game balance wise, I think is crucial for future metas and for how hyped the game will be. Because right now, if you want to reposition yourself, you pick Lucio, you speed boost teams in. Lifeweaver gives you an alternative with pedal platform and with life grip. And especially, I would say, for immobile tanks, not thinking about supports and DPS that you can peel for, I'm thinking for immobile tanks. With tanks that have a hard time getting high ground, such as Zarya, he could work really well. But with the amount of healing that he does right now, ain't no way. Ain't no way. No. Zarya, Orisa even, Roadhog even, Sigma, even Ramatra, bro, could work with him really well if his numbers get amped up. His neutral game, after playing him for 10 hours, feels very weak. What I'm saying with his neutral game is the amount of pressure that you can put on the enemies and or help your allies to put on the enemies without using your abilities or ultimate. In this case, he just stays somewhere, he shoots, a little bit, not too much. You're not afraid of a life. Come on, Chad. Are you afraid of a Lifeweaver shooting you in the middle of the team fight? No, you're not. He's been... Whoa, hello. Nice, you're shooting at me. So you're supposed to spam shields. You're supposed to break the shield, break Torbjorn turret, which is very high. I sometimes I dump an entire ammo clip at a Torbjorn turret and I'm not killing it, dude. If it's really far away because of the big spread. Or destroy sim turrets, or shoot the big tank, or shoot somebody that's not moving. So you're not that afraid of him. And healing wise, yes, you charge that burst of healing and stuff, but Zen can just put Yorb in spam. Zen can put Yorb in spam. Lucia can just exist in spam. Brig can just get her passive up. Like, the neutral overall is kind of weak for him. So if they increase the amount of pressure that he can put on the enemies or help his allies before the fight happens, instead of just tickling us, then that's another way of getting him up to speed to being a possible meta pick in the future. I'm just really excited to see what I'm gonna do with him, because I really want him to be in the meta, because he will help a lot of heroes that struggle to be played or enable suboptimal team comps with the creativity of his kit. He's also an incredibly, and I have to stress on this, incredibly hard support to get the most value out of him. Your positioning has to be out of this world. You do not have a good escape. Your decision making has to be crisp. You can do so many actions at the same time. He's a super fun support to play once you get the hang of his kit, but up until you get the hang of his kit, it takes a long time. You know, it just takes a long time. So I hope that he's gonna be played in the future. Please let me know what you think of Lifeweaver and if you agree with me or not. I'm Olaf. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe. Meow.